How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for Farming Simulator 22 on the mod map WestBridge Hills 22. We're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads: Welcome to WestBridge Hills, a map originally for Farming Simulator 2013, now remastered for FS22. What is included? Vehicle shop, animal dealer, BGA, sawmill, 21 fields medium and large, 62 viable areas, production points. This map has been altered several times, starting with changelog 1.0.0.1, remove some textures that caused problems, fix a few objects that were floating, improved routes for AI workers. Now on to changelog 1.0.0.2, fixed an issue that made sidewalks in the city invisible, added buying stations, seeds, fertilizer, lime, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, manure and liquid manure, and animal feed. Added corn and soybeans in the production of flour, increased capacity in the grain mill, increased sawmill capacity, other minor corrections. This map was created by Zero Ito and is 295.93 megabytes to download. Now we are going to go ahead and take a look at the map, and it looks like this. As you can see, you start here, almost dead center of the map, right in front of the shop. What do we own? Well, we own farmlands number 1, 2, and 6. There are no required mods for this map. You are not able to purchase all the farmland on this map. As you can see here around the shop is not buyable, and there's a few other places such as the production points that are not buyable. You do start out with animal pens. You start out with a cow barn, chicken barn, and sheep barn. There are contracts available. There are no production chains to start out with, and there are collectibles, 100 of them to be exact. If we take a look at the mod specific for this map, there is nothing under the buy menu, and if we look under the build menu, starting out with sheds, nothing under sheds, nothing silos, silo extensions, containers, tools, but there is a farmhouse. Looking under productions, under factories, nothing there. Sell points, nothing. Greenhouse, nothing. Orchard, nothing. Generators, nothing. Animals, nothing under cows, horses, pigs, sheep, chickens, bees, or others. Nothing under fences, lights, or others. Under landscaping, painting, several new swatches available for you to choose. That's very nice. Nothing under trees or plants. Now we do start up here at the shop. If you come inside here, you see the doors open, and there is your shop trigger. Then back outside, repair trigger. Go ahead and hop in the truck here. Something just occurred to me. Didn't turn those on. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start off in this direction. And out ever so slightly. Whoa. Over here is the dairy. You can purchase the dairy for $70,000. You have your inputs and inputs right here, and outputs right here. Heading down this way some more. Heading to the back side of the biogas, which is right here. Purchase trigger is right here, and you can have it for $1.77 million. Just a few pennies, nothing major. Solid inputs right there. Another solid inputs right there. And as you can see, you can come up here and load directly from here. And then around over this side. You have your liquid outputs right here, your digestate. And your liquid inputs are right here. Head back to the truck and get turned around. There it is. Alright, now head back out the way we came. We'll see the next point of interest. Right here to my left is the debris crusher cell point. You can use this to sell off your stones. Continuing in this direction. Back here. Slow to open. Here is your biomass heating plant. You can sell your items right here, and you have a sell wood trigger right there. Let me out. Alright. And down here is the sawmill. Purchase the sawmill for $100,000. You have your inputs right here with the sellwood trigger right there. You have your wood chip output right here, and your outputs are... Where are your outputs? Huh, I'm not seeing where the outputs are. Well, my best guess is they're going to be either around here or somewhere under this awning here. I'm just not seeing the little box that indicates where it would spawn at. So now, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. We're going to go in this direction to go around the biogas plant. Ooh. Now the road, as you can see, is a bit wavy. That's the word I'll use, wavy. Now we'll turn here. Alright. And up here we're approaching one of our animal pens. We have a bunker silo right there, a manure heap right there, and our cow barn right here. You can have up to 80 cows there. You have your milk trigger right here, straw trigger here. Open this up. Feed trigger right here. And slurry right there. And we're going to continue heading in the easterly direction so we can see our next points of interest. Ooh. Keep hitting all these little waves and bumps and getting a little... Yikes. Getting a little bouncy. Again, that's the word I'll use, bouncy. So here we'll turn in. Directly in front of me is the lime station. Let's see, yeah, lime station. It's the buy point to purchase lime. To my left is the carpentry, and you can purchase this for $60,000. You have your inputs done right here with the wood cell trigger right there, and the outputs are right back here. Continuing along, here we have the feed and grain south cell point, and directly in front of me is the spinnery. You can purchase this for $60,000. And around the back side here, you have your inputs here and your outputs there. And you do have a little ATM trigger right here, if you so choose. Now, this will be a good opportunity for us to check out the map and see where we've been and what we've seen. So, we started here at the shop, came around to the dairy, right here. We then went into the BGA, the biogas. We then saw the debris crusher, the biomass heating plant, and the sawmill. Backtrack down to here, up to here, and we saw the cow barn as well as the manure heap and the bunker silo. Came all the way over here, up to here. We saw the lime station, the carpentry, feed and grain south, cell point, and the spinnery. And that catches us up to where we are. And now, leave this facility. We're going to make our way to our starting farm. Go down this hill here. Whoa. Yikes. And to my left is our starting farm, right over here. We're going to pull right in. And this is a good opportunity to see what kind of starting equipment we have, and we have quite a bit. So, under the shop menu, go down to own items. Starting with small tractors, you have a Case Maxim CBX 145 and a Massey Ferguson 4710M. Under large tractors, a Case Magnum 400 power drive. Under trucks, a Mack Anthem 6x4. Under harvesters, a Case Exaflow 9250. Under mowers, the AB CC 66. Under forklifts, the Manitou MC 184. Under cars, the Lizard Pickup 2017. Trailers, you have the Wilson Trailers Pace Setter, as well as the Rudolph TDK 301 RP. The header for the Case harvester, you've got a stone picker, the Elho Scorpio 550. Under cultivators, you have the Lemkin Coralin 9840. Under seeders, the Amazon Satan 15001C. Under sprayers, you have the Rear Hardy Mega 1200L as well as the Hardy Mega 1200L front tank. Under fertilizer spreaders, the Braidel K105. Under mowers, you have the Pottinger Novacat A10 Crossflow, that's the rear deck. And then front deck is the Pottinger Novacat 301 AMED Pro. Under windrowers, you have the K-Brand GA 15131. Under forage wagons, you have the Pottinger Jumbo 10020D Combi Line. Under animal transport, you have the Noah TTW 140. Front loaders, the Quickie Q7M. Under front loaders, you have the Flegel Ruby 200. This is the bucket with the pulverizer or chopper built into it. You've got the Albert pallet fork. Under weights, you have the 10 Winkle B2500, the Pack 1500, and the FGB 600. And then lastly, under miscellaneous, you have the Thunder Creek Equipment's FST 990. That is a fuel trailer. And then have the Bachmann MHAL 432035. Whew, quite a bit of equipment, not too shabby. So directly in front of me is the silo. This is a farm of 400, so 400,000 liters here. You have lots of storage on this farm. You can look here. A lot of your starting equipment's tucked away in here. And if you come around the back side here, a little water tank and a pressure washer. A little nook back here for you to be able to do with what you will. Some more storage around the side here. Over here, you have a Karma 16. This is a seed and mineral feed silo. Over here, you have the stainless steel fertilizer silo for solid fertilizer. And then over here, you have the liquid fertilizer tank. Got some more storage right here. Some more of your starting equipment tucked in here. Over here you have your chicken coop, where you have 51 out of 360 chickens already on hand, and you already have them fed for quite a bit, so you're going to be good to go for a little while. Over here you have your sheep barn, where you have 46 of 65 sheep tucked away in here. Again, some more equipment tucked in here. Your animal transport trailer, another tractor. In here, you have your Big Mac right there. And then under here, you have a few of your pieces of equipment tucked away back here. So now, we're going to head out and take in some more of the sights. Okay, gonna make a left here. There we go. And tucked away in here is the oil mill. Purchase this for $80,000. Inputs here, outputs here. Continuing down over here, to my left you have the grape processing unit for say $80,000. You can purchase this. Outputs right here and inputs right there. And then behind me is the cereal factory. $110,000 will make that yours. Inputs here, outputs here. And lastly, in this little section, you have the sugar mill for $80,000. You can purchase it. You have your outputs here and your inputs tucked around right there. Now we're going to drive out of here and hit the next point of interest. Oh. Alright, right back here. This is the grain exporter sell point. From here, I need to go ahead and get turned around. And we're going to continue to follow this to the north. This little jaunt west. And directly ahead of me is the next set of interests. Okay. To my left is the animal dealer sell point. Right next to it is the animal foods buy point, which if you come here and take a look, you can see you can buy TMR, mineral feed, and pig food. Beside that is the animal dealer, And here you can purchase your animals and load them directly into any already owned pens or pastures, or you can purchase your animals directly from the pens and pastures themselves. The problem with those two is you're going to incur a delivery fee. It's going to cost you a little bit extra to have your animals delivered for you. But using your animal trailer, which you already do have one from the start from scratch mode, you can bring that trailer down here, load directly into it, and then deliver to your pens and pastures yourself and save the delivery fee. So, nice little option. Now we continue around here. Directly in front of me is the manure and liquid manure buy point. And now we'll let me out. There we go. Some of the gates do not want you to leave or enter in certain directions, so they don't trigger very well. Right there is the input for our next production point and our output. And this is the grain mill. You can purchase this for $96,000. And from here, leave there. And tucked away right here. So directly in front of me is the solid fertilizer, seed, and lime buy points. Over here is Johnson's Farmers Market sell point. You have your loose grains here, and your kind of bales and grass, cotton, things like that can go in here. Then over here, you have a water buy point right there. And here you have a liquid fertilizer and herbicide buy point right from here. So now, drive over here. And now we're going to start heading in towards town. We're going to kind of dart in and out of the streets to take in all the different points. Alright, to my left, that is the farmer's market sell point. Continuing on down here. And right back here is the supermarket sell point. Turn here. You can kind of see it as we drove by, but right here, this is the restaurant sell point. Get turned back around. And then right over, whoa. Right back here, this is the pizzeria sell point. Oh, I almost missed that. Right here, you have a wardrobe trigger. And over here is a bakery. Purchase this for $50,000. And here you have your outputs and your inputs. And right back here, you have a repair trigger right in front of this garage bay. And now, if we pull over here, you have your refuel point, your gas station. And then tucked right back here, that is the grocery mart sell point. So now we're going to head in this direction. And before I continue on, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the map and show where we've been and what we've seen. So we were here by the spinnery, came down and around, we took in all the sites at the farm. We saw the silo, the water tank, the various silos and their specialties here. We had the chicken coop as well as the sheep barn. I just realized I didn't show the farmhouse. Let's go ahead and go there. So our main farm where we saw the sheep and all them, they're just tucked away right over here. You come up over here and you've got your main farmhouse right there. You got a sleep trigger right in the front. So now let's go ahead and hop back to the truck. So now we took that in. We then came back out the farm up to here. We saw the oil mill, the grain processing unit, cereal factory, as well as the sugar mill. We then came over here and saw the grain exporter. Back out, came up and around. We saw the animal dealer sell point, the animal feed buy point, the animal dealer, the manure and liquid manure buy point. We then came out, saw the grain mill, came around here. We saw the seeds and fertilizer and lime buy point, the Johnson's Farmers Market sell point, as well as the liquid fertilizer and herbicide buy point. Came all the way down here. We saw the farmers market and the supermarket sell points. Came around, saw the restaurant and the pizzeria. Came back around, we saw the wardrobe trigger right around here. We then came down here, we saw the bakery. Then came over and saw the vehicle workshop, the gas station, and then the grocery mart. We then came all the way down south, and we are here at the rental point. So you can rent a train that just kind of goes through this small section of the map. You have your train silo right here. You have your output right there. You have your inputs here, and your in and outs are on the other side of the building for your train. Directly ahead of me there is the seed, fertilizer, and lime buy points. There's two, one in this location here and one in the north. Another train rental point right there. And heading up here is the final point of interest. That is the Red Marble Bowling Restaurant sell point. And that is the map. That is WestBridge Hills 22. Now we are on to my opinion portion of the tour. What do I think of this? 0 to 5 is my normal scale. This is a 0 Ito map, and I almost feel like I give them a 5 each time I do a review. This is going to be no exception. This is a 5. Look at all the details that are around here. Just the amount of sheer additions to the map. So a lot of these, like the bowling restaurant right here, this is a stock, from Giants. You can see this same exact model on the well, not the same exact model. I think there are differences to this, but you get the same kind of feel on like Elm Creek. I think like the stonework is all separate and like unique to this map. I could be wrong about that though. But just Zero Ito just goes above and beyond to take these kind of stock production points and stock like things that came directly from Giants that you could see in every map, any map really, and just has a way of making them their own and just adds so much detail around them that it doesn't feel like the original kind of basic stuff. Like, look at all these cars in this giant parking lot. You come over here and you come to the unloading bay right here, and you've got like all these crates and these containers and like boxes back here that just makes it feel alive. And I say this for almost every single Zero Ito map I've done a tour on, is that there are just so many details that it just makes the map feel more than base, more than just the standard. You've got a lot of the standard models and stuff when it comes, like right here, the fire department. This, I think, is the same exact fire department you would see on Elm Creek, but with the addition of the fire trucks in the front, you've got just the overall look and aesthetics of the surrounding buildings, that it no longer feels stock. It feels like something new and fresh, even though it's not new and fresh. You know, you've got the ballpark right here again from Elm Creek, but you've got all the kind of details of the bins and all this stuff that just makes it feel new. And it's not. I mean, this looks pretty standard to the Elm Creek, but I don't know. It just, when everything's kind of brought into its totality, when you really weigh out all the new things, the new features that are on this map, such as the buy points for the solid fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, and so on and so forth, like this area here, it just feels so fresh. You've got Johnson's Farmers Market right here, which, again, you will have that on Elm Creek. But because of all the kind of stuff that's put in around the market, it makes it feel different. Same thing with the grain mill right here. The giant wall that goes around it. I don't think that anything's necessarily different for the most part about the mill itself, this kind of standard model, but some of the triggers are slightly different. The big silo systems are slightly different. Like, just, you've got so many little details that just bring this map to life and make it feel something more. Oh, and that's the other thing. Here at the animal dealer, this to me is huge. This detail, the live cows and live animals at the animal dealer, this really sets it above and beyond. You've got the mixture of all the different cows here. I know on other Zero Ito maps there's cows, sheep, chickens, and they're all live, they're all animated, they're running around doing their thing. It just makes the animal dealer seem, again, alive, like there's something going on there, and you're there to actually pick up your livestock and make them your own. And it's just fantastic. I cannot speak highly enough of Zero Ito. I know there's another version of this map in the mod hub, and I far and away prefer this to the other version that was created. I will do a map tour of that other version, but the details on this is so astronomically different that just really sets it apart. Like this whole kind of production area right here is drastically different than what we had in FS19. It was drastically different than the other version that was created, which is more similar to the FS19 version. But like, you've got all the details that are just packed in here, all the separate buildings, the way station that you come into, all these additional buildings and containers. You've got this building directly in front of us that's just like, you've got so much detail that just makes this feel special, makes it feel lived in, and something is going on more than just, you know, a sell point or a production point or whatever. You know, just, yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic map. 5 out of 5. Zero Ito has probably the most 5 out of 5s that I can give, that I've ever given a single map maker. Very much enjoy their maps. But I hope you enjoy this map. I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.